Hello, it's Cody and welcome to the channel. Today I'm out here walking around and touring the 55 plus community in Goodyear called CantaMia. This community is lakefront. It's a really awesome community. The biggest thing is going to be the location out here. It'll work for some, it won't work for others. So we'll get into that. We're going to get into the homes here, tour all the different amenities, and just give you a really good feel for what this community is like. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of what it's like to drive from Phoenix out here to Estrella in CantaMia. It is desert. There's not much out here. You can see the Estrella Mountains on the left. So while this is set quite a bit away from Phoenix and other areas, there are grocery stores right down the street. It's not like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's about a 40-minute drive to the airport in Phoenix, so really not too bad. It is set away and more secluded though. And this is what it's like driving into the community. This is actually me leaving, but you can see it is gated and there is the guard tower on the left. So guests have to check in with the guard. People who live here have a clicker. They can just click right into the gate. And now we're going to do a full tour of the community and recreation club here in CantaMia. There is one club in this community and this is it. So everything you're going to do is going to be here. They have 2 different pools, a bunch of different courts as far as tennis or pickleball, and a ton of activities to do inside and even a restaurant. So we're going to get through all of that in this video. As you can see right over here is the pool. And so in this community, you pay a monthly HOA fee of $265. That covers all common area maintenance, the maintenance of the lakes, as well as your community and rec center fees. So all of this is included in that. And real quick, I just wanted to stop and mention to you guys that I do offer a free 55 plus community guide. All you need to do is send me an email. I can send that right over to you. It compares all the different 55 plus communities here in Phoenix, compares their fees, the prices of the homes here, the amenities they offer, the locations, a bunch of different stuff. It's just a great resource. So go ahead and send me an email. I can send that over to you for free. All right, let's get back into it. Here we are still inside of the club here. This is where they do a lot of their club meetings. They have a bunch of different activities in here. Over here on the left is kind of just a meeting room. And then over here on the right is actually where they do their arts and crafts. One of the places they do their arts and crafts. So they have a lot of their paintings up and stuff like that. So there's a lot to do inside this club, like I mentioned. And walking right over to this room, this is their cooking class area. So they have big tables set up in here. They have a big full kitchen over there. They'll do cooking classes and demonstrations and a whole bunch of stuff. So you can learn new recipes and just spend time with friends there. Now let's get to probably the biggest drawing factor of this community, and that is that it is lakefront. There are multiple lakes in this community. They're of course man-made lakes, but they are nice. You can go fishing in them. You can't swim in them, but they're nice views, and it's really pretty out here with that, very peaceful. And this is the club. Like I said, we're just on the back side of the club here. In there's a cafe. There's some outdoor seating. You can hang out, have lunch with a beautiful view. And then walking over here, you're going to see there's more seating. There's a fireplace over here. So people will sit outside on this patio at night with the lake right out here. It's a very peaceful setting. This is really what sets this community apart from many of the other 55 plus communities. There aren't really too many communities that are lakefront, yet alone have multiple lakes and houses on the lake. So it's really awesome. And the fact that they put the club right on the lake is really, really cool. You can see those sail shades over there. That is where the pool is. We're going to get to that right here in a second, but the pool is lakefront as well. So that's really cool. And here's a good shot of the pool that you can see. I was here pretty early, so there wasn't really anyone in there, so I was able to get some good footage. But I think it does fill up pretty decently in the afternoon, I'm sure. But it is quite a big pool, as you can see here. It's right out on that peninsula on the lake. So I thought that was a really cool setting. The whole club is right on the lake there. So I thought that was really awesome, and it's a very unique setup for a club. So this building hadn't quite opened yet, but in there is a bar and they have a couple pool tables in there. So it looked like a pretty cool spot. I couldn't get any inside footage of it, but it did look like a nice little spot in there. And then over this fence is still in the pool area. They have some bocce ball courts set up right next to the pool. So I thought that was a pretty nice setup. You can play some bocce ball once you get warm, just take a dip in the pool. And we're over here still at the same club. This is where their pickleball courts are. So this was the only court that I could find that was empty to get some good footage for you. But here it is. They have a lot of courts out here. And they have tennis courts as well in this community. But pickleball is the big thing right now, I can tell. So everyone's doing that. So they do have more of those. And then you can see on that far side, you see those black gates over there. Those are more pickleball courts. So, and then you have your golf cart parking. This is definitely a golf cart friendly community. So there's a lot of people driving those out here. And these guys are over here right next to the pickleball courts, just playing some horseshoes. So there's a nice horseshoe setup over there, and these guys were definitely taking advantage of that. So the other major fee that you're going to need to worry about in this community besides the HOA is going to be a capital improvement fee. This community has a capital improvement fee just like so many other 55 plus communities do. And the one for this community is just under $3,900. You only pay that once when you move into the community. So if you're interested in seeing how this capital improvement fee for this community compares to the other communities, I have a great spreadsheet. Just send me an email. I can send it right over to you. It compares all the different communities and their fees, so you can see if this one's more expensive or if this one's about average. I also think this community does a very great job of just having great pathways through here. There were people biking and walking everywhere, and I don't blame them. I mean, look at these views out here. This is one of the lakes that they have here. You can see the mountains in the background. Everything's just really well cared for, and there are so many pathways that go through the community. There's some dirt ones, there's some concrete ones like this one. You can see the lake up ahead. They just wind through the whole community, and it's just an awesome feeling to see people be able to walk through the whole community or bike through everywhere, get their exercise in, and have great views while doing it. And this right here is one of the small parks that they have in this community. They have quite a few of these spread out. You can see there's some seating tables there. This is all turf, so it adds a nice green touch to the desert landscape out here when you're away from the lake. And then you can see that lighter grass is a putting green, so you can come out here, practice your short game, or just bring the grandkids out and, they'll have some fun out there and hang out at the park. So now we're going to get into the homes in this community. So as you can see here, this is one of the smaller lakes in this community. There are houses right on the lake, so I think that's really awesome. A lot of people have pools that go right up to the lakeside. It's just really cool and definitely very unique. In Phoenix, we don't have many lakes, let alone homes on lakes. So it is definitely unique and a pretty special house to have if you're right on a lake. And before we go into this home and do a full home tour, I wanted to show you this cool feature in this community. These pathways lead right from people's homes and their streets right over to the lake area, and that on the far side where you see that flag waving, that is the community center. So I saw people walking and biking from their home. They would hop on these trails and they would just ride or walk right over to the community center. So get some exercise, then get to the community center, have a breakfast and hang out with friends or whatever. But I think that's a really good touch in this community, and it's just really cool to see people be able to walk from their front door straight to the community center. Now we're going to do a full home tour of a home here in CantaMia, so you can get a good idea of what the homes are like in here. This home that we're touring is 3 bedrooms with 2 bathrooms and a den. It is 2,132 square feet, so it's a decently sized home. They have smaller models in here, and they have a little bit bigger models. So this home was built in 2021. In this community, they started building in 2010, and they're still building brand new homes today. So that's somewhat unique for 55 plus communities. You can get a brand new home in here. So I think that's really awesome. If you guys have any questions about that, you can send me an email and I can get you more information on those brand new homes. And at the time of this video, this home was listed for $579,000. So homes in this community range anywhere from the mid 300,000s all the way up to the mid 700,000s, depending on what you need, what you get. If it's going to be lakefront, it's obviously going to be more. If you need a bigger home, it's going to be more. You have a pool. But there are quite a few different options in this community that can fit pretty much any budget. Overall, I think this is a great 55 plus community if you can get past the location. Now, it's not that it's an unsafe location. It is a guarded, gated community. It is a safe area. It's very scenic out here. It's just a little bit set aside from everything else. I mean, are you going to be okay with driving 45 minutes to Phoenix? If so, then this is an awesome community for you. The great things about this community are that it's lakefront. It has great amenities, some awesome homes in here. So I think this could really be a good option to consider as long as you're okay with that location. Thank you guys for joining me on this tour of CantaMia out here in Goodyear. I hope I was able to show you guys what a great community this is and show you everything it has to offer. Again, if you'd like that 55 plus guide for free, just go ahead and send me an email. I'll send that right over to you. And if you guys have any other questions, you can reach out to me. My information is on the screen. I am a local realtor here in Phoenix, so I do a ton of work in these 55 plus communities, and I have a lot of information about them. So just reach out anytime, and I'll see you guys at the next video.